To kill the monster in my mirror, I had to become one. I haven't seen my own face in 3 weeks. Not really. Every time I catch a glimpse of myself, in the bathroom mirror, in the dark reflection of my phone screen, even in the warped curve of a spoon, it's not me looking back. It's him. He's always there, waiting. He looks like something dug up from wet soil. Something that was once a man, I think, but the memory of humanity is rotting right off the bone. His skin is the color of old bruises and pond scum hanging loose, and a piece of his jaw is just gone, torn away. His tongue, gray and swollen, lolls from the bloody gap. But the eyes are the worst part. They aren't eyes, they're just holes. 2 perfect black circles that don't reflect any light at all. They drink it. They drink everything. And when I see him, the whispers start. It's not one voice. It's a crowd. A whole fucking stadium full of them, all murmuring inside my skull. There's a child's lisp telling me I'm a disappointment. There's a woman's voice, sweet as poison, that hums a tune my mother used to sing before it curdles into a litany of my failures. An old man, his voice like gravel and phlegm, just lists the people who've left me. They know things, deep things. The time in 3rd grade I pissed my pants and cried in front of everyone. The way I froze when my dad needed me most. How my mother, Leora, would spit on the man I've become, wasting my life in this shitty 1-bedroom apartment that always smells like stale cigarettes and regret. Tonight, it got bad. The whispers wouldn't stop. Useless, a voice like grinding teeth scratched behind my right ear. She never loved you. She was just too polite to leave, another one cooed, soft and intimate. Just think, a chorus of them chanted, their voices overlapping into a sickening harmony. When you die, the only thing you'll leave behind is a stain on the carpet. D.I. That word wasn't a whisper. It was a physical blow, a punch to the back of my head that made my vision swim. I had to get them to stop. I had to get away from him. I stumbled toward the bathroom, my stomach churning. I just wanted to splash cold water on my face. A simple, human thing. I kept my eyes on the floor, on the cracked linoleum, counting the tiles. But I had to look up. I had to. I don't know why. And there he was, in the mirror. So close. I could see the stringy bits of tissue still clinging to his exposed mandible. He looked worse than ever, wetter, like he'd just clawed his way out of a sewer. The moment our eyes met, his empty holes and my terrified ones, the whispers became a physical force, a wall of sound. Worthless. No one is coming for you. Laura is glad she's dead so she doesn't have to see you. My head felt like it was going to crack open. The sound was inside me, vibrating in my teeth, shaking my bones. I collapsed, my knees hitting the tile hard, and heaved up nothing but bile. The screams just got louder, feeding on my pain. I had to end it. I had to make it quiet. A thought, clear and calm, cut through the noise. It wasn't my own. It was one of the voices, the sickly sweet one. You know how to make it quiet, Ansel? In the drawer. Beside the bed. The thought was a lifeline, a purpose. I crawled out of the bathroom, my hands shaking so badly I could barely get a grip on the floor. I pulled myself into the bedroom, to the nightstand. The drawer screeched open. The pistol was there, cold and heavy. As my fingers closed around the grip, the screaming subsided. It faded back to whispers, but now they sounded different. They were smug, mocking. They told me I was pathetic, a coward, and I believed them. I just needed the quiet. I dragged myself back to the bathroom, using the wall to pull myself up. I stood there, swaying, the gun heavy in my hand. I kept my eyes down, afraid to look. My breath came in ragged, shallow gasps. With a shudder that went through my whole body, I forced my head up. He was still there, grinning. Or, what was left of his mouth was stretched into the shape of a grin. The skin around his eyes was gone now, just a skull staring out of a rotting mask. Those black holes pulled me in, showed me a flash of my own funeral, an empty room, a cheap casket. What do you want? The words tore out of my throat, raw and broken. I hadn't spoken in days. My own voice sounded like a stranger's. The whispers swirled together, merging into one dry, rasping sound that came from the thing in the mirror. Quiet. Why me? I sobbed, tears finally breaking free, blurring his horrific face. Why are you doing this? The grin widened. The chorus of screams erupted again, louder than before, a final, deafening crescendo. Garbage worthless. Nobody's son. This is it. This is the only way. I brought the gun up. The cold metal against my teeth sent a jolt through me. The thing in the mirror looked ecstatic, its jawless mouth stretched into an impossible, joyous rictus. Weak. Coward. Pathetic. Just fucking do it. I all screamed together. My hand shook. My finger tightened on the trigger. The world seemed to shrink to just me and him. I took one last shuddering breath and pulled. And in that instant, everything went silent. Time stretched like taffy. The screaming just stopped. The whispers vanished. For the first time in what felt like a lifetime, there was only the sound of my own heartbeat in my ears. As the hammer fell, the image in the mirror began to dissolve. The rotting green skin peeled away like old wallpaper. The black holes filled in. The broken jaw mended itself. For one clear, perfect, horrifying second before the end, I saw my own reflection, my own terrified eyes, my own mouth around the barrel of the gun, watching myself pull the trigger.